Hello everyone and welcome to the Staggers Family Channel. This is your host, Robin. Um, in today's video, I'm going to be reading y'all a story real quick because, the kids get out of school early today, parents conference. So I'm not going to be up here long. So that's why I said I'm just going to read a story. So today's story is, hold on a minute. Let's get y'all set up so that way y'all can see it better. Okay. So now that I got y'all all set up, y'all should be able to see the book. Can y'all see the book? Hold on, y'all. Well, this is the name of the book is Pop's Bridge. Pop's Bridge. The name of it is Pop Bridge. There's too much lighting. Okay, so the name of it is Pop Bridge. Okay. My pop is building the Golden Gate Bridge. Almost every day after school, Charlie Shue and I go to Fort Point and watch. The bridge was stretched across the bay from San Francisco to Marine. People said this bridge couldn't be built. Some call it the Impossible Bridge. They say the bay is too deep, the current's too strong, the wind's blowing in from the ocean too fierce. But I know my pop can do it. Whenever I say he's building the bridge, Mom laughs. There's a crew of more than 1,000 men working on that bridge. Robert, including Charlie's dad, she reminds me. I know that, but I just shrug. To me, it's Pop's Bridge. Pop's a high iron man, balancing on the slated catwalks, spinning and bending the cables. He climbs so high that sometimes clouds come down around his shoulders. When the fog rolls in, he disappears completely. That's why the high iron men are called skywalkers. Charlie's dad is a painter. The painters start working on before the bridge is even finished. My pop says if it weren't for them, the bridge would rust away. But I think he's just saying that to be nice. The Skywalkers have the most important job of all. At Fort Point, I look for Pop through the binoculars Mom lends me. The workers look alike in their overall and spot hats, but I can always find my Pop because of the red handkerchief he ties at his throat. It's our own scarlet signal. I don't worry much about him on days when the sun sparkles on the water. When sailboats skim below, it's so beautiful I can forget that it's dangerous too. But when the wind blows through the Golden Gate, the men cling to the girdles like caterpillars on a branch. On foggy days, my hands sweat on the binoculars. Where is he? When I find him, I try not to look away, as though the force of my eyes can keep him from falling. At my house, Charlie and I work on a jigsaw puzzle Mom brought us. When it's done, it will show how an artist thinks the bridge will look. Charlie and I worked on the puzzle most every day. Bending over it, I feel like I'm building the real thing, along with Pop. I'm a Skywalker too. We're almost done, Charlie says. I wonder which of us will put in the last piece. I shrug, but what he says makes me think. My Pop built that bridge. He should set the last puzzle piece in place. That's only fair. Even though Charlie might think his dad should do it, when Charlie isn't looking, I slip one of the pieces into my pocket. Later, I hid it in my room. I'm saving it for Pop. The impossible bridge is nearly finished. One evening, Mom and Pop and I walked down to Fort Point. The bridge hangs between stars and sea. It's like a giant harp, my Pop says. A harp for the angels to play. I looked up at him and I could tell this wasn't just a job to my Pop. He loves the bridge. In San Francisco, there is great excitement. Everyone is waiting for opening day. Charlie and I had watched nearly every bit of the bridge go up. We saw the two spans come together from opposite directions. We saw them meet. We saw the roadway go in, and my Pop did it. No one could be as proud as I am. Not even Charlie. After all, my dad is a Skywalker. And then one day, something terrible happens. Charlie and I are watching as the scaffolding pulls away from the bridge. There's a noise like a train wreck as the scaffolding crashes down into the safety net. The net tears loose, and men go with it into the swirling tide. I can't breathe. I can't think. But then I look hard through the binoculars and see Pop still on the bridge, his red handkerchief whipping. Pop, I whisper in relief. Besides me, Charlie is screaming, "Where's my dad? Where's my dad?" We had seen him working close to that scaffolding. I can't see him now. We'll find him, I promise. We have to. I sweep the binoculars up and down the bridge cables, looking at every painter hanging high on his Jacob's ladder or swinging in a chair like a knot on a rope. Be there, Mr. Shield, I plead, and then I spot him. Over by that cross girder, I yell. Charlie fumbles for the binoculars. I'll help him. He looks where I point. He's there. He's safe, Charlie gasps. The next day we find out that only 2 of the 12 men in the water were saved. I think and think about that day. At night, half asleep, I see the bridge shake. I hear the crash. One of those men in the water could have been Pop or Charlie's dad. I finally understand and I feel ashamed. Equal works, equal danger for Skywalkers and for painters. The work goes on. A new safety net is put in place. Pop says there's less talking and joking now among the men. There's a remembering. But the bridge must be finished, and at last it is. We watch through Mom's binoculars as the golden spike is drilled in at the center of the main spin. Now the celebration can begin. On opening day, no cars are allowed. Thousands of people walk and dance and roller skate across the bridge, including us. I wear Pop's handkerchief around my neck. There's a man riding a unicycle. There's another on stilts. Navy biplanes fly above the great steel towers. Battleships and cruisers sail below the bridge and into San Francisco Bay. Wind strums its music through the stretch of the cables, and I think of my Pop's harp. That night, our family has our own party with Charlie and his dad. There's stewed chicken and a Chinese noodle dish Charlie's dad made and a snickerdoodle pie. The jigsaw puzzle sits on the coffee table with a gap in the middle. I search and search for that missing piece. My mother says, "A good thing we didn't leave our bridge with a space like that," Mr. Shu says. Pop chuckles. "We'll be working still. It's time." I slip upstairs to get the hidden puzzle piece, then find the scissors and cut the piece carefully in half. I go back down and put a half piece in Mr. Shu's hand and the other in my pop's. "Finish it," I say. "It's your bridge. It belongs to both of you." So that's nice. So basically, instead of him, instead of him having his pops put the piece, the puzzle piece, he decided to let Mr. Shu, the other little boy's dad, put the puzzle piece as well. So he cut it in half, and yeah, so they can place it together. That's so nice. That's real nice. My mother raises her eyebrows, and Charlie says, "Hey, where?" But I just watch as the two pieces fit in so perfectly, so smoothly. "Team effort," my pop says. We raise our glasses of sarparilla to celebrate the laborers and rivers, the carpenters and the painters and the skywalkers, all the men who work together to build the most beautiful bridge in the world. The end. And this is a note from the author. The Golden Gate is the stretch of water between San Francisco and Marin County in California. Before 1933, the only way to cross this part of the San Francisco Bay was by ferry. A bridge was needed. But how could one be built? The span is more than a mile wide. The water is deep and treacherous, with strong tides rushing in and out of the Golden Gate each day. Winds of up to 80 miles per hour roar in from the Pacific Ocean and can churn up 50-foot waves. What bridge could be long enough and strong enough to overcome these obstacles? And what would happen to the bridge and to the traffic on it if an earthquake hit? The terrible 1906 San Francisco earthquake was still a recent memory. An engineer named Joseph Strauss claimed that a suspension bridge could be built and that he was the man to build it. He estimated the cost would be $35 million. That was another obstacle. Where would the money come from? Despite his many critics, Joseph Strauss was unshakable. He drew up the plans, he persisted. He had the know-how, and in the end, people listened and believed. The money was raised by taxes and the sales of bonds. Strauss agreed that if bids for construction costs went above his estimate, the deal was off. He knew the dream that he worked on for years and was close to becoming a reality. Jobs for laborers on the bridge went only to local workers. More than 1,000 men worked on the bridge from its beginning in January 1933 to its completion in April 1937. Some lost their lives. Although Robert, Charlie, and their family are fictional, the tragic accident in this story really happened. The suspension bridge was flexible enough to survive the force of the winds. Its great towers and cable were strong enough to carry the traffic that would cross its roadway. It was limber enough so the towers would sway without breaking and the cables would stretch without snapping if there was an earthquake. A quake did jolt the bridge during construction. One of the towers swayed 16 feet towards the ocean and 16 feet back towards the bay. It righted itself and remained secure and standing. When the Golden Gate Bridge was finished, there was more than $1 million left over. What a trumpet. In May 1937, the impossible bridge was finally open. The city of San Francisco and the world celebrated. Less than a year later, Joseph Strauss, the man everyone called the practical dreamer, died. He had once been asked how long he expected his beautiful bridge to last. The confidently he replied, forever. The end. And the author is Eve Bunton, illustrated by C.F. Payne. And this was based on a true story. This bridge is actually real. This bridge is in San Francisco. San Francisco Bay. So yeah. Did y'all enjoy the story? If y'all enjoyed the story, let me know. And yeah, I'ma let y'all go. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. And if y'all are new to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.